welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another 90-day fiance before the 90 days. I ain't gonna keep y'all. This gonna be quick, y'all. Okay? Nothing much happened last night. It was a filler. They also showed Elena and Caleb. I will not be talking about them. I guess they need time to boot them off. Okay? She has been fired. We already know why. And I will not be discussing special shoes. So, let's go on to someone who I will be discussing. Let's talk about Mike and Hamina. Now, we know that Mike is apparently a slob and disgusting, and he likes to poot and fart in public. We already know this. And it makes Hamina feel a certain type of way. So they are in the back of a taxi, and Mike is blowing his nose, and he was going to put the tissue in the thing behind the seat. Hamina is like, what are you doing? He was like, there's no trash. Honey, did y'all see how fast that taxi cab driver was like him? Mike, then you know better than that. But see, Mike has an excuse. Mike has a perfectly good explanation as to why he is the way he is. He says it's because he has ADHD. Mike, I'm going to need for you to sit down on some thumbtacks. Hamina, I know you don't buy that, right? Mike came out his mouth and said that the reason why he throws his clothes on the floor and he's a slob is because he's forgetful. Mike walking around here acting like he got whole dementia. Mike, stop. ADHD has nothing to do with you leaving your clothes on the floor. Don't put them on the floor to begin with. You having ADHD don't make you forget that the clothes is laying there. Don't you see? You're not blind. Talking about, you know, ADHD helps him, the medicine helps him concentrate. Does the ADHD make you poot and fart in public? That's called simple manners. You're lazy, Mike. You're lazy. Ain't got nothing to do with no ADHD, fool. So Hamina is listening to this. And Hamina is like, well, that may make some sense. Like, girl. Hamina also says that Mike don't have no woman at home. And maybe that's the reason why he's a slob. Okay, girl. You're getting involved with a lazy slob man. That's what you're doing. Point blank. There's no discussion. So, of course, Mike, he wants to propose to Hamina. Okay? He wants Hamina to be his wife, and he wants to be a father to her children. Now, he out to some playground trying to talk to them boys, and honey, one of the boys done ran up to try to chase some dog. He wasn't paying Mike no mind. The other boys on the swing like, child, leave me alone, okay? You're my mom's boyfriend, whatever, child. Okay, you want to get whatever. So here's Mike with that translator app trying to tell him that he wants to marry, you know, his mom and how much he loves him. And that boy's like this. Okay, can I go play with my brother now? And how about when he tried to make dinner, y'all, Mike done made some uncooked pasta. Hamina said, oh my God, he about to give us some bubble guts. Even the boy who was eating the pasta was like, this ain't even good. Mike, did you wash your hands at least? Mike looked like he don't wash his hands. But Mike was trying to do something nice, so he don't went and cooked that uncooked pasta, child. They didn't eat it. He threw it in the trash. So then he meet up with Amina's dad, and he's telling the dad that he loves Hamina. He wants Hamina in his life. He wants the boys in his life. Eventually, he would like them to go over to the United States. The dad, he went on and on about, do y'all really know each other? Do you really know my daughter? What do you know about her? What's her favorite color? He got that wrong. He said pink. Okay, what's her favorite meal? What's her favorite food? And here is Mike. Mike said something with meat in it. Now he's doing all this with the translator app. The translator app is all wrong. And so Amina's daddy said, see, communication. How are you going to communicate? So after heeing and hawing and talking, Amina's daddy gave Mike his blessing. Hamina is talking to her sisters and the mama, and Hamina says she's not quite sure about Mike. Okay? Mike has these disgusting ways that I'm not sure that I'm ready for. Even though I was involved with a whole hitman and one of the kids' dads are in jail. Something is telling me something's going to happen, y'all. Something's going to happen. Side note, did y'all see her one sister look like Kylie Jenner? Was that just me? One of her sisters looked like Kylie or Kendall. One of them, I was like, real pretty girl. So he's going to propose to Hamina. Something's going to happen, y'all. Something's going to happen. I got a feeling they're not going to make it. But let's move on. Child, let's talk about Ben's dumbass. Ben, he in Peru. Even though Mahogany told him while he was at the United States airport, don't come. My dad does not approve of this. Do not come. Do not come. Okay? Don't come. What does Ben do? 50-something-year-old Ben, father of 4. What does he do? He get on a plane to Peru. Hadn't heard anything from Mahogany. She haven't tested him. She haven't gave him a follow-up test. She paid him dust, ghosted him while he's in Peru. So he goes out there where the taxis are, wandering around like a lost child. Just wandering around, just walking around in circles in the parking lot. Talking about she's not here. I don't know what's happening. I haven't heard from her. She haven't texted me back. 20 minutes done went by and he's standing there looking lost and dumb. And it came out of his mouth when he realized she ain't showing up. He says, I feel foolish and stupid. Huh? I ain't saying that you lied. What do? You go back home. You had no business getting on the plane, damn it. And now you're in Peru looking foolish and stupid. So now he's going to the hotel, and then in the next episode or whenever, he gonna talk about he going to her home place. Haven't we seen this before, y'all, with David? Haven't we seen this before? So is this gonna be the same outcome, TLC? There is a Mahogany, just like David. Let's move on. Ella and Johnny, child. Told y'all, we're going to keep it moving. Ella and Johnny. As we know, Johnny says that he's not going over there to that good old Idaho because of the COVID. He ain't trying to get stay right where he belongs. Of course, Ella, she's upset by this. And so Ella says, the only thing I know to do is to go to Dubai. Because, see, Johnny had to go to Dubai and quarantine for 2 weeks anyway. So Ella, she goes over to her mom and daddy's place. And her mom is there. And so Ella, she breaks the news. She said, Mama, Johnny ain't coming. He is scared of the COVID. And so the mama says he's scared of the COVID. Why is he using that as an excuse? We good over here in Idaho. We good over here in Side Ditch, Idaho, where we live. We good. We know how to handle it. He would have been good. Ella said he ain't trying to take that chance. And so the mama said, I told you I didn't trust this to begin with. Now what you gonna do? So Ella, she broke the news. Ella says, well, there's only one thing I can do. I'm going to go to Dubai. The mama said, you going to do what? Ella said, I'm going to Dubai. I'm going to show Johnny how much I care about him. I'm going to show Johnny that I love him. I'm going to show Johnny I'm the woman for him. So I need to go to Dubai even though I'm broke. Honey, Mama Ella was like, you can't afford no Dubai. But see, Mama Ella had her own reservations on this. Now, she stood there and she looked right down at Ella and said, you don't know what you're getting into. You don't know what's going on over at Dubai. You're a woman. You're white. And you're naive. I said, oh my God. So, Mama Ella, let me ask you something. What do you think's gonna happen to Ella in Dubai? Dubai. What do you think is gonna happen to her? You think that when she gets off of the plane, they gonna say, white woman, white woman, white woman? Charge! Is that what you think is gonna happen to Ella? Ain't nothing gonna happen to Ella. Ella gonna be just fine. But see, Mama Ella also said, how you gonna afford all this? Because see, apparently Ella broke. She said you got your rent, you got a condo, you got other expenses. How you gonna go to Dubai? And here's Ella. You know what? You right, Mama. I don't have none of that stuff. You know what? You right, Mama. My finances will take a hit. See, that's why I've also come to you that when I get back and I ain't got no money, I can get a loan from you. I tell you, these people on these shows, Ella, if you can't afford to go to Dubai, don't go to Dubai. But she wants to show Johnny that she in it to win it. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Gino and Jasmine, child. They are finally on their trip. They're at the airport. Gino don't have on them Jesus shoes, thank God. And Gino took off his hat. Jasmine had a big old kick out of that. Jasmine was like, he had to take his hat off. He took off his hat. He was so mad. He was so mad. When he took off his hat, I was waiting to see another head, you know, and a knot, you know, patches of hair. I mean, I didn't see anything that was wrong with your head, Gino. You have a bald head with some hair in the back. What was I supposed to see that disgusts you so much that you got to keep your hat on? Did I miss some, y'all? Gino, we all have our insecurities, and honey, you have a bald head. You seem fine. So they get to their location. It was lovely. Gino and Jasmine loves the room. They were excited. Beautiful. And so Jasmine gets emotional. She says, here I have been cutting the shine. Ever since Gino came, I have cried, I have screamed, I've done cussed him out every chance I could get, and he's still here. I should be ashamed of myself. I'm going to do better. And so Gino says, you know what, this trip, you know, it's going to make us have this type of connection. I feel this connection with you and all this. And so Jasmine is crying, and she says that Gino is, you know, trying his best, and she is going to act better. So then we fast forward to the next scene. And Jasmine, she says, guess what, Gino? Guess what? This is how much I love you. See, she got a, what was it, Instagram post or DM or whatever from one of Gino's exes. And Jasmine said that the ex said that Gino had been testing her about Jasmine. So Jasmine, Gino, this is how much I love you. See, I got a DM from your ex, oh yes, and she told me that you tested her, and that you was talking about me. But see, I trust you now. We're making a bond. I'm going to show you that I'm not going to flip out and take a knife to you. No. See, I'm trusting you. So guess what I did, Gino? I blocked her. I blocked her. Because, of course, she's lying. There is no way, that you are texting your ex and talking about me. There's no way. So while Jasmine is telling him this, Gino, and he got on his Jesus shoes. Honey, he's tapping his foot. He done turned whiter than the whitest of the whitest. His mouth done got dry. He done got to twitch. So he starts looking real foolish and guilty. And so Jasmine says, is there anything you need to tell me? And so Gino is like, is there anything you need to tell me? You didn't test her, right? Are you telling me that you tested her? You tested her. You tested your ex about me. And so Gino says, yes. She was like, when? Gino says, not only have he been texting his ex about Jasmine, but it was like 2 or 3 days ago. Uh-oh. Gino, have you lost your mind? And so Jasmine, the look of anger, she says, oh, okay. All right. Now see, now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to unblock her. So Jasmine goes and unblocks the ex. Because see, the ex was in the process of sending her some information. So Jasmine unblocks the ex and goes, So Gino says, I think I made a mistake. Gino says, I think I'm in trouble. Gino, run. Gino, run. Now, what we see coming up is apparently, allegedly, Gino done sent the ex naked pictures of Jasmine. Gino, if this is true, if you done sent naked pictures of Jasmine to your ex, everything that Jasmine is about to bestow on you, you deserve. You have lost your mind. You know who you dealing with? You better hope you leave that little vacation spot with all of your fingers and toes. Let's move on. Last and certainly least, Kim and Usman. They wake up, breath all stinking, they all up on each other's face. I was like, fast forward. I fast forwarded, y'all. No, ma'am. So, as we know, Usman done took himself over to Kim's room. They didn't sleep together. They slept in the same bed together, but they didn't have the sex. So, Usman goes back to his room because Kim wants him to stay in her room permanently. Usman says that he is willing to give this a shot because he is willing to see where this goes. Now see, he's not saying that Kim is his girlfriend. He just seeing where it goes because see, technically, he don't supposed to be sleeping with the woman. That's not his fiance. See, he broke, that little protocol when he was with hard-faced Lisa. And so the producer was like, now wait a minute, you slept with Lisa on the first night. Here's Usman. Right. Now there's a perfectly good explanation for that. Let me think about it for a minute. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because see, Lisa and I were engaged. See, Kim is not my girlfriend. I have made that perfectly clear. So he decided to go and move into Kim's room permanently. So he's in his old room packing up his stuff. And here comes his homeboy talking about, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he was like, I'm going to move into Kimberly's room permanently. And they were like, it's not a good idea. We have told you this ain't it. This ain't it. A hard head makes a soft ass. But here's Usman. His homeboys are trying to tell you, keep your butt over here. You ain't gonna have the sex. What you doing? So Usman says, I'm trying to figure out if Kimberly is the one for me. And maybe if staying in the same room, it may show me something about her. We can get closer, know each other. Okay, Usman, you should have kept your butt in your room, stupid. So he goes over back to Kim's place. Now Kim, she done took her a shower. She done put on her a little nightgown, lingerie that she done got from good old Target, child. Ain't no wrong with it. $13.99. And did y'all see what's on her little bathroom space? Did y'all see that lotion? What was the lotion called? Night Desires. Kim, where'd you get that lotion from? Night Desires? I said, is that Victoria's Secret? Bath and Body Works? What's going on? Where did you get that lotion called Night Desires? Alexa, where do you purchase the lotion Night Desires?
If you'd like to shop for this item, please visit Amazon.
Case closed. So she's getting all ready. She's feeling good. She's feeling fresh. She done got her some champagne. So Usman done brought himself over there. Y'all know what happened. A disaster. Kim is like, I want sex. Usman says, no. I want sex. Usman says, God, no. I want sex. I said no. Usman said, you ain't getting none of this. Yummy, 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 yummy. Cause y'all know Usman ain't nothing but a human tripod. Have him tell it. Kim is on national television begging this man that she don't know she is a fan for the D. She's begging him. Kim, as I said last week, where's your self-respect? Where's your dignity? Usman said, we've had this conversation. You already know how I feel about it. I'm not ready to sleep with you yet. Me and you ain't like that. I don't want to. Stop it. Usman, you're not innocent in this. Again, you had no business taking your black ass over there into her room. You had to make a whole fort the night before, but here you are, back over there. You know what she wants. She wants a relationship. She wants some of your yammy. She even sat there and told you, I love you. This woman, this 50-some-year-old woman looked at this man and said, I love you. And he says, I truly like you. Oh, Lord. I said, a disaster of epic proportion. A disaster. Both of them looked ridiculous. So here's Usman. I'm leaving. He says, I'm leaving. I done told you I don't need this. I'm leaving. So Kim, she's like, no. Please don't leave. No. Please don't leave. She's begging like Keith Sweat. Misery. It's like, am I looking at one of these terrible Lifetime movies? Even though Misery was a very good movie. But anyway, so she is begging for him to stay and don't leave. Just stay with me. I still want to have the sex. So then Kim, instead of Usman leaving and let her cry about it in her pillow, she need to go home. She says, my son is gonna cuss you out. I said, boy, this took it to a whole new level. Usman said, what? He said, what? She said, my son gonna cuss you out by the way you treating his mother. He's very protective. And look at how you treating his mother. He's gonna cuss you out. Usman says, I don't even know your son. You know that, right? I don't know your son. And how dare you throw his name up? He ain't got nothing to do with this. Don't be bringing up your son to me. How dare you? I'm out of here. So Usman's trying to leave for the second time. Kim, let me say something to you, honey. Usman ain't your man. Even though you really want him to, Usman is not your man. He has made that perfectly clear. And what does your son have to do with it? You know what your son is going to be seeing? He's going to see his mother on national television begging a man half her age for the deed. That is what he's going to see. See, you're bringing shame onto him. That's what he's going to see. And when is he going to come in contact with Usman to curse him out? He need to cuss you out for cutting the shine and looking foolish on television. You had no business going over there, just embarrassing yourself and everybody that you love. What y'all think about this episode? What do you all think? Y'all let me know. Y'all already know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends, bye.